So ivermectin comes up a lot when we talk about parasites because it's gotten a lot of attention the past couple of years for obvious reasons, and it's well known as an anti-parasitic all over the world. It's actually a very useful drug for a lot of reasons, and it's been used all over the world to help millions of people. So I will say that though I am not a fan of pharmaceuticals in pretty much any case, that this is probably one of the better ones at least. However, what I will say is that I don't recommend using ivermectin or any other pharmaceutical medication for parasites, and I'll tell you why. The first reason is really that it's just not necessary. Like, there's so many effective natural remedies and anti-parasitic herbs and components and like colloidal silver, turpentine. There's so many different things you can use to kill parasites that I think it's probably almost never necessary to use a medication for that, a pharmaceutical medication. So, I mean, the solutions are cheap, easy, and ubiquitous. They're everywhere. You can really get an herbal tincture to kill parasites at any store, almost any natural store at least, and then a lot of regular ones too. There's just so many options. Like, it's really not necessary to use a medication, but I realize in our culture a lot of people, that's like the only thing that they can think of. But I'm just here to tell you that you definitely don't need to do that. The second reason is that pharmaceutical medications in pretty much every case cause more harm than they help. Obviously, there are life-saving applications and they have saved people's lives, so I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like use for things that aren't life-threatening, such as like killing parasites when it's not life threatening, right? So I think that it's kind of like an antibiotic in the case that it would like also kill your good bacteria and cause more imbalance over time. I'm going to tell you just a real quick story, trying to keep this short, but I was actually talking to someone, I think it was yesterday, who was telling me about her kids, and they're younger and she knows for sure that they have parasites, pinworms for sure, and she's given them several cycles of pharmaceutical antibiotics, and they keep coming back and coming back with a vengeance. And that's what happens when you take antibiotics or pharmaceutical antiparasitics, because they kill good bacteria too. So they further the imbalance, and it will exacerbate the issue over time and cause more and more snowballing health issues. So I highly don't recommend taking pharmaceutical medications for parasites. And actually, antibiotics are pretty terrible too. So we can talk about that another time. But I would definitely, it would be a last case resort for me, and I would definitely look to all the natural options first. And I will say it again that I'm going to go through some of